Hello, mis amores, and welcome back to me, my cheese, and my broken retainer that is slicing open the inside of my mouth. It's been a while. I was on vacation. I came back craving something that I've been eating for almost a year now, almost daily. So I realized there's no way I can switch up my routine now anymore. It's like ingrained into my existence that every day, almost every day, I have to eat gnocchi. Since I can switch that up, I thought I could at least switch up the way I'm making the gnocchi, because my usual recipe isn't really a recipe. I think I've actually showed you in a video. Was that a fever dream? My cheese is empty and I'm still hungry, so that means we should probably get started. What inspired this video isn't really only my love of gnocchi and my inability to live without it, but more so, I guess it's still connected. Naomi sending me a recipe on Instagram that involved gnocchi, but in a very different and peculiar way that intrigued me and therefore made me want to share it with you or try it with you. We should start with the first one, right? Honestly, there are so many gnocchi recipes out there that it was kind of hard to even find recipes that I wanted to try. Two of these recipes, they aren't really very crazy. They just sounded good to me and I wanted to share them with you. Wait, I forgot one thing. Obviously, I can't really make a video about gnocchi and then not make the gnocchis myself, right? Yay. So here's what you need to make gnocchi yourself. 500 grams of potatoes. I've already cooked these yesterday just because I didn't want to have to do it today, and also I think it's better when they're cold and not hot anymore. 150 grams of flour and a little bit more for when you shape the gnocchi. 2 tablespoons of a beaten egg. Now comes the best part of life. You get to peel your potatoes, which is something that has always kept me from eating potatoes. I mean, no, if I were to eat potatoes, then I would probably eat them with skin anyway. I'm currently in the process of learning to like potatoes. It's going well, actually. So my only real enemies are melons. That's pretty good. My favorite thing is patatas bravas, actually. That's how my potato liking journey started. Actually, I was just in Spain and I had patatas bravas. They weren't as good as the ones I have in Berlin. Nowhere near as good. I'm just saying, these are the kind of tasks that just make you think about life and how you ended up in this position. Time to take the rings off. I need a bow, whoa, and potentially a hero. Time to mash our potatoes. Seems mashed. Smash. Oh, you also need a bit of salt. I forgot. 2 tablespoons of egg. And the flour. I'm not gonna add all of the flour yet. Need very little and quickly, it says. Just long enough to assemble all the ingredients. Working the dough too much makes it sticky. We do have a ball. Yay, yay, yay. Congratulations. I don't have any of the gnocchi making skills nor instruments, so we're just gonna make basic ones. Turns out I do have the instruments because you just need a fork. Okay, I'm gonna lightly flour our workspace. And now we're gonna make a sausage. Sausage. We need something to cut them into 2-centimeter pieces. As it turns out, my memory fooled me once again because I thought making gnocchi was gonna be more annoying, but it's shaping. Whoa. Just got a birthday gift. Also amaretti. Italian cookies. Count me in. Nice. And guys, guess what this is? Love how the recipe said shape the gnocchi immediately. My baby. Okay, onto the gnocchi. To have rich gnocchi, we're just gonna take a floured fork and we're gonna lightly press one side down. Ta-da! That way they look like shit. How much do we care about the ridges? Because, you know, I appreciate the ridges, but turn them into nice little balls. Now they all lay here because I don't want them to stick together and I don't know where to put them. I'll just put them all in a bowl and I hope that they don't stick together like crazy. Future Vincent problem. Now we let them rest for about 20 to 40 minutes so that they keep their shape. Finally, we get to start with our first recipe. Technically, this recipe is called Comforting Ricotta Gnocchi with Pistachio Pesto. We're not gonna make the ricotta gnocchi just because I didn't buy ricotta and we've already made gnocchi. I've never had pistachio pesto. Very interested is what I am. Guys, I've found a new favorite thing to do. This is so much fun. Like, holy shit. Not sure I've ever had this much fun in my life. Also because apparently this is still 0 grams and I need 100. I don't like this pesto. Wow, that took a while. Here's what you need for the pesto. 1 bunch of basil. How much is 1 bunch? I have no idea. And then also half a bunch of mint. I don't know. 100 grams of pistachios, 1 chopped garlic clove, finely grated zest, and juice of 1 lemon, 80 milliliters of olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of finely grated Parmesan. I hope you guys have a smaller food processor. We do not, so we're just gonna put it into this big fat one. Just put it all in there. Everything. But remember that you asked for it. I'm gonna add more Parmesan because who wants to stick to a recipe, right? That's really yummy. Let's finally cook the gnocchi and try our first recipe. Ta-da! Our gnocchi are done. They're a bit watery. I left them in for a little bit too long. We've got our beautiful pistachio pesto, which I'm just gonna dump in here now. They smell really, really delicious. My mouth is watering, and even more so once I've topped them with more Parmesan. There you have it. They don't look amazing, but if you could smell them, guys. My mouth is watering so great, I just have to dive in. Just fantastic. I really want to throw them in a pan though and pan fry them now. With the amount of lemon juice and lemon zest we put in there, I thought the lemon was gonna be very overpowering, but it's not. It just gives you this hint of lemon that is crazy. I mean, overpowering to me means something else to you probably because I love lemon. Honestly though, this would be any kind of like basil lemon pesto. I don't really get that much pistachio. This pesto though is a 10 out of 10. Let's now make baked gnocchi with pesto parmesan bechamel. But as it turns out, I won't have enough gnocchi. I just don't want to have to deal with this anymore. We've got 1 more gnocchi recipe after this, so I'm just gonna use the store-bought gnocchi for this one. Yum, yum, yum. Also guys, for this recipe, we need 220 grams of kale. It only came in this 1 kilogram bag. What am I supposed to do with all of this kale? Like, this is family size. This is so rude for every single person out there. So we're gonna put the kale into super salty water and boil it for 2 minutes, I guess. Here's everything else that you need. First of all, you need to not look at this clean but messy mess over there. 60 grams of unsalted butter, 2 garlic cloves finely chopped, 70 grams of finely grated cheddar, which I had to grate it, like I cut it, it's not fine, whatever. 60 grams of plain flour, 600 milliliters of milk, 600 grams of store-bought gnocchi cooked to packet instructions, refreshed, whatever that means, 2 tablespoons of toasted pine nuts, 70 grams of finely grated Parmesan, 1 cup of basil leaves, and 1 cup of parsley leaves, 2.5 cups of baby spinach, or however much this is, and that's it.
Let's go.
Let's start by making the bechamel. To make the bechamel, melt butter in a saucepan over low heat and add garlic. Cook, stirring for 2 minutes or until fragrant and softened. Stir in flour and cook, stirring constantly for 2 minutes to cook out flour. Gradually add milk, stirring constantly until smooth. Change to a whisk if any lumps start to form. Increase heat to medium, bring to a simmer and cook for 3 to 4 minutes until slightly thickened. Remove from heat and cool slightly. Our cooked gnocchi are in here. Bechamel is done, so we can just take our blender yet again and place the pine nuts, the Parmesan, the basil and the parsley, almost all of the spinach, and the kale in a blender. Yeah, this is never gonna blend. Let's pour the bechamel in here as well and then whiz it until it's smooth, hopefully. Okay, preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. On our very, very sticky icky gnocchi, we're gonna scatter the remaining spinach. And then lastly, we're just gonna pour our bechamel, our saucy on top. That's a lot of sauce. And lastly, scatter over your cheese. This is basically just sauce, but it's okay. We're gonna bake this for 25 to 30 minutes. Bye. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Dinner is served. My necklace is hot. That looks crazy. Weird. Not like something I would like. Yeah, I can only see the cheddar, which isn't really appealing to me. Cheddar, just the color of it, is just doesn't scream eat me. But my tummy is screaming eat something, so... Oh, it has some sort of crust. Interesting. I hope I also got some gnocchi. Ta-da! Yeah, listen, as long as it tastes good. Cheers. Oopsies. That's a bit salty. But really tasty. I feel like a lot of you guys will love this. If you don't like spinach, it doesn't matter because it doesn't taste like spinach. If you don't like kale, it doesn't matter because it doesn't taste like kale. I like it.
But now,
after dinner comes what? Dessert. You guessed it. A really great dessert. Our churros, right? I just had really great churros in Spain, so I'm craving them. It's been a week almost. So now let's get to the recipe that has inspired this entire video. We're gonna make cinnamon gnocchi. Apparently, if you love churros, you're gonna love this recipe. Little nervy, but don't have much to lose except my fail of gnocchi. Let's make them because I'm excited. You're gonna need an air fryer though. Here's what you need, which lucky for you and for me and for all of us is not a lot. Starting with 400 grams of gnocchi or however much I've got here. 50 grams of melted butter, a tablespoon of cinnamon, some dark chocolate and coconut oil, which I'm gonna melt, and about 100 grams of caster sugar and another tablespoon of cinnamon. A bowl. Put your gnocchi in there and hope they don't do what they have done since the beginning of time. I'm already gonna put the melted butter in there so that maybe they won't stick together. Maybe I should have made that with store-bought gnocchi as well. Anyway, cinnamon. It's fine, it's fine. Get them in here, see we can separate them in here. Let's put this in the air fryer for 10 to 15 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius, and we're gonna shake halfway through. It's time. Here they are. Wow, they look like churros. Lastly, just dump some cinnamon and sugar on top, coat them in it, up the saturation so they don't look this dead, but nice and golden and pretty. Got my melted chocolate. Without further ado, let's take one, dump it in chocolate, and here goes nothing. Oh, Tastes like it has a filling. Maybe my gnocchi weren't really made for it. But in theory, that's really good. It's not completely giving churros, but I see the vision. Sometimes that's all you need. I think it could definitely give you like a nice easy fix, a churros fix, but they can't replace them. I think that sums it up quite nicely. Now, how do I sum up this video? Great! Still love gnocchi. I think I still love my version of gnocchi the best. Pan-fried gnocchi just are the best. You can do so many things with it, and all the things we did today with gnocchi, they worked. Anyway, guys, send me some more experiments. I want to try some more food experiments. Also, tell me which of these you're gonna try. I'm gonna go play Apex now. I will see you guys next week. La próxima vez. Love you. But all that's left for me to say is thank you guys so much for watching this video y entonces nos vemos la próxima vez y bye.